Shaping financial inclusion, CARE's journey through Uganda's annual National Microfinance and Savings Group conferences. At CARE, we believe that when women and communities control their own finances, they don't just change their lives, they change entire systems. Through the Village Savings and Loan Association model, millions are building agency and taking charge of their own economic destinies. In Uganda alone, CARE has supported over 6 million people through savings groups. According to the CARE 2025 Village Savings and Loan Association annual report, in Uganda alone, CARE and partners have supported over 6,135,251 million people, with over 70% women, through savings groups. That's why Uganda's annual Microfinance and Savings Group conferences convened by the Ministry of Finance, Planning and Economic Development are more important than ever. They bring together different players to transform financial inclusion in Uganda. It's the platform where CARE's work in financial inclusion and women's economic justice aligns with CARE's global strategy. The first national conference in 2022, under the theme Collaboration and Partnership for Financial Inclusion, focused on being networked, strengthening links between government, the private sector, and development partners and community-based financial structures. CARE played a central role in system strengthening, working with the Ministry of Finance, Planning and Economic Development to develop and operationalize the self-help group guidelines. These guidelines harmonize the national approach to savings groups, ensuring that government programs, including the parish development model, reflect grassroots realities.
The Ministry of Finance, Planning and Economic Development and UMRA, with support from CARE Uganda, under the National Policy Regulatory and Program Support Project, has formulated operational guidelines for self-help groups. Specific objective was to strengthen non-prudential regulation and supervision of savings groups through the operational guidelines.
This milestone improved policy coherence and accountability, making Uganda's financial ecosystem more responsive to women, youth, and rural households. Each edition builds momentum. The second National Conference 2024, under the theme Leveraging Collaborations, Partnerships and Promoting a Savings Culture to Foster Social Transformation. In 2024, the conversation moved beyond partnerships to digitization, echoing CARE's digital-first approach.
Innovation in this space is something that we can no longer run away from. CARE in Uganda and globally announced a partnership with Ensibuko, a natively grown fintech that is going to use its digital platform to bring formal financial intermediation to women groups, to rural groups that may not have necessarily had sustainable access to these tools. And our partnership with the Postbank has enabled the piloting of the Wendy wallet that I'm sure many of you would be familiar with.
Working with partners like Ensibuko, Nugrid and Asigma, we co-created Digital Data Trails for Credit, a public-private innovation that transforms savings group records into digital credit profiles, unlocking access to finance for millions.
We participated in the Microfinance and Savings Group Summit last year. The summit had a particular spotlight around savings groups, and we're really honored to be making a contribution. We also did make a commitment to deepen our work around digital inclusion for savings groups, and also deepening our work around access to financial services. We have been able to digitize 2,000 village savings groups in Uganda, and also facilitated access to digital credit for 536 VSLAs here in Uganda, reaching 10,000 beneficiaries with access to formal financial services, and to a tune of over 2.1 billion Ugandan shillings.
Previously, VSLAs were operating manually. They could mobilize savings and keep it in a box. And all that data, when you think about it, is really kept on paper and it's really hard to extract. So technology comes in handy to automate their day-to-day operation, create a digital footprint or trails of the transactions. And so for us as a bureau, we are able to tap into that. It's only possible if there is a digital system or tool in place that automate the savings, the lending, the meetings, and whatever activity the VSLA do at that level. And so that data now creates a digital footprint for every member that get involved.
Through participatory product testing, we ensure our investments have maximum benefit, delivering high quality per dollar for every partnership. The third National Conference 2025. This year's third conference took on a much bigger, urgent challenge: sustainable financial inclusion for environmental, economic, and social impact, building financial systems that adapt and thrive amid economic shocks and climate pressures. This theme too aligns directly with CARE's global strategy to drive climate justice, resilient livelihoods, and locally led solutions.
Our vision is to empower our family members, our communities, and our country to discover and explore the potential which is in abundance with the individuals and the communities.
The national conference has helped promote partnerships and collaboration in the microfinance industry in Uganda. It is a very important platform for knowing each other, knowing what each partner is doing, and also ensuring that collectively everyone is contributing to the common goal of the financial inclusion space.
According to the latest Finiscope released in 2024, 47% of the adult population is saving through VSLAs, and this is up from 43% in 2018. These community-driven groups are a backbone of financial inclusion for women, especially in the rural areas. As the movement grew, CARE pioneered linkage banking, connecting savings groups to formal financial institutions and bridging the gap between informal and formal finance. Going forward, we are now aligning digitalization for access to finance, both savings and credit, using a phone. Through collaborations, digitalization, and policy influence, we are looking at women thriving.
CARE's work through savings groups is helping families adapt to climate shocks, access green financing, and build more resilient incomes. The future of microfinance is digital, inclusive, and green. Through these national conferences, Uganda is shaping a financial ecosystem powered by technology, strong policy alignment, women's leadership, and climate resilience. Together, government, private sector, development partners, and communities, we are building financial inclusion that is effective, scalable, and sustainable, ensuring no one is left behind.